Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. So, we've talked about the T Mobile transition to this new spectrum, the new capabilities, and potentially the deciding factor when it comes to limitations at this point in time that it could be your device. But what what a lot of people that I've been talking to have been saying, what if T-Mobile is doing all of this too soon? And what they meant by that is what if T-Mobile is moving over the PCS spectrum to 5G too soon and de-emphasizing the LTE network altogether pretty much. And the reason they're bringing that up is because there's plenty of evidence out there, especially listening to T-Mobile talk publicly, and from what I know internally, that a lot of spectrum that's on the LTE side is going to be on 5G by the end of 2023. Now you may ask, where is that evidence? If you look at the total amount of spectrum that T-Mobile is pledging to be on air nationally by the end of 2023, which is 200 megahertz, they can't achieve that with just N41. In a lot of cases, they're going to have to move PCS and they're going to have to move AWS to get to that 200 because they're not deploying C-band or DoD until 2024. So what I'm told is the entire PCS, and that's both the blocks that they have from T-Mobile pre-merger and the blocks that they gained from Sprint post-merger, are going to be fully NR by the end of 2023. So that's everything. And like I said, that's where the device limitation kicks in. In some markets, T-Mobile can do 30 megahertz contiguous, and then they still have another 5x5 block available to add in. But it's not contiguous, so they would have to aggregate it if they want to use it, which in most cases is going to be a device limitation. So T-Mobile might be able to do the 30 by 30 with the current device, but you couldn't aggregate it at this point in time because of the device limitation. So that's one, right? Then I'm also hearing, this is what I'm being told. I am being told in markets that have band 12, that will be the remaining LTE layer, the 5 megahertz of band 12. In non-band 12 markets, it is going to be a 5 megahertz layer of AWS that's going to remain on LTE as the fallback network. Now you may ask and say, wow, that might be way too soon to do that pretty much by the end of 2023. T-Mobile has stated plenty of times they would like to be an all 5G business, or they're going to be an all 5G business. So they're leaving LTE in the dust. They're completely leaving it in the dust in terms, now hear me out, in terms of further investments into LTE. Will it still be a fallback layer, fallback network? Yes, LTE will have to remain. There's wearables that use LTE. There's still tablets that use LTE. So it will remain in the network. They're not going to turn it off completely, but there will be very minimal support for LTE. It's not going to have, moving forward, it's not going to have that huge capacity that we've seen in some cases, right? In some cases, you can still pull 200, 300, 400 megabits a second on LTE. That's going to go away. So most of the action, the capital is going towards 5G. That's where the speed's going to be, the capacity, the newer technology. It's all going to be on 5G. But the main concern from many that have brought it up to me is this all happening just a bit premature or too soon? And I would have to say yes and no. So yes, because the LTE side, the customer that's on LTE only, still potentially, they're gonna hurt. They're gonna feel the squeeze because the capacity is gonna be tough. The speeds are gonna be slower. But also, I'm hearing by summer of 2023, about 85% of the base is set to be on 5G from T-Mobile. So the transition to 5G, it looks like is happening very smoothly for T-Mobile. It's not that they're aggressively forcing the base onto 5G. It's not like they're sending out free 5G phones and say, "Hey, turn on your LTE device." But it looks like the base is willingly upgrading to these newer phones that have 5G on board. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Just like I said, just listen to the commentary. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of markets, a good amount, where T-Mobile is going to be able to do 30 or even 40 megahertz contiguous on N25. And that also includes the pre-merger PCS spectrum that T-Mobile had as well, right? And they're going to be able to do something similar with AWS as well, AWS 1 and 3, potentially, right? We'll see. But again, probably a device limitation, and you'll have to further upgrade your devices to keep up with the latest and greatest technology on the network. But for now, I think everything is just about right where it needs to be in terms of the device. Could the device potentially do more? As it stands right now, yes, it very much could. But most tech enthusiasts, wireless enthusiasts, upgrade once a year anyway, so that shouldn't be a big deal. The S23 is right around the corner, and that phone will have more capability to pull from the network. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.